welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character. These guys don't learn from either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Looking to throw, May. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. That's taken on the 25. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we're going to look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He may go. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now it's Darnold. The ball caught by his rookie right out. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Darnold. And this is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Henderson now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Here's May. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air, May. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. May going to give it to Henderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Here's Bryce Behringer now.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. They'll throw with May. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Leonard Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Off the play fake. Here's May. Open man down the field is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-3 the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Couple of plays set him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's May. Got a man, it's Kayshon Boutte. Still going. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kayshon Boutte, 53 yards. And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throw out wide to Walker.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Faking the give, Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He's going to go up top again. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Milton Williams, his second sack of the night.
It's second down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Oh, he's got it in wide open, complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4.
It's 4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. That pass complete. Here's Boutte with it. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing here is May. Gets this complete to Boutte. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, We have to do something differently.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Darnold now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Milton Williams able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 43 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Darnold. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Here's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
They'll find the open man. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Darnold from the gun. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Darnold to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. And they are going for it. Darnold. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. Going up top for Kupp. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more second half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. To throw is Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And a pressure gets to him again. Kayvon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On play action, May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, May. And Diggs has it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he gets a good head of steam going.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 7. And the Patriot 1st down.
To the air, May. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's May. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they go play action with May. Under pressure, they got him again. Jared Reed able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
To throw, it's May. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now 2nd and 3. Now Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Jones. A good return there, call it 13 yards. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Pressure comes and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Out of the gun, a run with Henderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's May. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going on 4th down. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. On the counter, it's Henderson. And a short game down to about the 33. They'll come up now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with May. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.